Well, good morning. You guys want to see something cool? We're about to go play a mech tournament with a toxic DM3. I am super excited about this. And along the journey, I'll tell you all about how this came into my possession thanks to a very good friend of mine, Jason Galloway. So follow me to the field. Let's have a fun day. Alright guys, we are headed to the Siege in Big Bend, Wisconsin, which is actually the home field of Nick Sloviak, as I understand it. He lives not too far from there. Not 100% positive he considers that his home field, since he tends to play at a different caliber. Last time I was there, I got to meet Cody Mikowski. I always get Cody Mikowski and Carl Markowski. Cody Mikowski. Carl Markowski? I'm still getting confused. So I'm pretty sure it was Cody Mikowski, the one that plays for AC Diesel this season, that I got to meet last time. That was pretty cool. Today is a charity 3-man 3v3 mech tournament. And it's a mix and match. So you just show up and they place you with your team. So it's kind of fun. Everyone kind of gets randomized. Meet new people. Play in a way that you're not used to, probably. For me, it's going to be very much a way that I'm not used to because I currently have a fractured foot. Back in mid to late April, I was going for a really hard run in barefoot shoes, and the run felt great. I ran longer than I expected to, but I was just feeling so good that I kept going, and apparently it was an amount that my foot was not quite ready for. And I've never broken a bone, so never had a stress fracture. So I thought the inflammation that I had after the run, which was like in the hours afterwards, it started swelling a little bit, feeling hard to walk on. I just thought it was general inflammation, so I thought it was soft tissue. A week later, it was feeling better, so I decided to play pickleball on it, and felt fine during pickleball. But of course, the next day felt like, whoa, that was a big setback. And then, 2 weeks later, I had to move the first of 5 or 6 moving trucks. I think we did like 6 or 7 truckloads to make a move recently. That was another thing that was unexpected this year, was moving. We kind of like didn't think we were going to, but then an opportunity came up, and we were like, yeah, let's do it. And yeah, a few weeks before we moved, I fractured my freaking foot. I didn't know I had a fracture at this point. Again, still thought it was just something neurological, like inflammation of nerves or inflammation of a tendon or ligament that just got overstressed. So we moved 6 or 7 truckloads, and it's still bothering me. And I finally decided to have a professional check it out, and they diagnosed me with a stress fracture of the 3rd metatarsal, the middle toe bone. So now I basically have 2 or 3 months at least of not being able to run or jump. I can walk okay with a limp. So today I'm going to just be playing home. By the way, there's things down here, so scroll if you don't want to hear the dialogue of the day. I'm just trying to do a video blog thing. It's my first one, so just trying to keep it somewhat interesting. But yeah, that's the story. Is I went for a run, fractured my foot. I think it was a very small fracture, but then every single thing I did, pickleball, move, however many truckloads we did, going upstairs, heavy lifting, it was just too much stress. So I think I made it worse every single time we did one of those things. So now I'm looking at a pretty serious recovery time compared to what, if I'd known it was a stress fracture from the beginning. Now I know what it feels like. Now I know how easily it can actually happen. I would have recovered much faster, because in 1 week it felt significantly better, but after all the things I've done to re-aggravate it and make it worse, a week now is barely better. So I'd say now I'm basically only getting a week of recovery from the get-go every 3 weeks, because that's how much worse I've made it. Anyway, let me tell you how I got this DM3. It was a gift from who I would consider as my best friend. I don't really have any like super close friends because I move so much, and a lot of my friends also move, so I'm just not close to anybody. I don't get to see friends very often. But this friend, Jason Galloway, if you're in the Die, DM, or Vintage Owners group for Matrixes, you've probably seen him in there. But yeah, he's the friend I have had the longest in my life. And I met him when I was like 15 or 16 years old at a paintball field. So this is all very full circle in a way. I honestly can't really remember what the first time it was that I met him, but the very first field that I started playing at with my own equipment, he came to kind of towards the tail end of playing there, and I think someone just threw together a 10-man team, and we were on the same team. So he was like mid-20s at this point. I'm mid-teens. Pretty big age difference, but he was just a funny, goofy dude, and you know, that's kind of paintball, right? Like, a lot of us become good teams because we just connect with each other through humor, immaturity, substances. So we connected a lot back in those days. So the golden era of paintball, if you will, back when electronic markers were brand new on the scene, angels were the hottest thing. Right when I got out of paintball, as I was going to college, the Matrix had just come out. And I'm honestly just learning this recently, that apparently it started as a Canadian marker and then was like bought by one American company before it was actually bought by Die. So anyway, I remember, we call him Gway, because Galloway's a little long. But Gway, Jason Galloway, came in one day to the pro shop at the field that we ended up upgrading to. It had an indoor field. It was much more catered to speedball players. Our first field was really mostly catered to woods ball stuff. So we're at the field that we went to, which is in Easley, South Carolina. It's called New Gen, for anyone who might know that. And he came in with this black marker. It was the DM3. And I was like, what the heck is this thing? It's kind of ugly, but it looks cool. And he ripped that thing, and I was like, it was quiet, it had like no kick, and it ripped just 20 plus balls a second with a Halo B hopper, the gold standard back in the day. And I was just enthralled with this thing. I was like, man, I thought my impulse was pretty sick. My impulse could, shoot pretty fast, 20 plus balls a second probably, but my impulse is a little louder, has that pop-it design, which is just inherently louder in most cases. So just a lot more noise from the impulse, more kick. And this thing just same or faster rate of fire, smooth as butter, quiet. God. So then I took my 18-year hiatus from paintball, and here I am 2 years. This is my third year back into paintball, and my friend gifted me not just a Matrix, which is still, in my head, considering how new I am to modern paintball, it's still kind of like the best kind of marker you can get. But he gifted me a private label Matrix, the Toxic, with a beautiful ano. It's the original ano, hardly a scratch on it. It looks amazing. And another of my former teammates, Ryan, he's become quite the gun tech apparently. He's got the electronics and setup, where all the parts, all the seals, all the settings are all dialed in. I haven't got to shoot it yet. Today's my first day to shoot it, but 2 of my former teammates have basically made today possible. So Gway, thank you very much. Ryan, thank you for getting it all set up. It's pretty cool. I am a very long way away from both of them. They're still both in South Carolina. I'm in Wisconsin, but kind of feels like I'm still a part of my old team. So that's a cool feeling. I want to talk about Gway a little bit more, kind of how we became friends and stuff. We honestly, like, outside of paintball or like paintball social events where it's like, hey, we're all gonna do this, okay, let's go, we didn't really like hang out one-on-one for probably a few years. But then I got into fly fishing, and Gway is an incredible, he's actually a competitive fly fisherman. Not so much mixing in recent years, he doesn't really have time for it, but he literally competed in Euro nymphing or Czech nymphing events, and he took me under his wing. We were already friends, and he's always looking for an excuse to go get on the water. So of course, when I was like, hey, you wanna go fishing? I'm a young kid, I'm not working full time. I was probably still in college at this time, or maybe fresh out of college at one point. Didn't work for a few months, so I just had so much time to hit the water. And yeah, he basically took me fishing for a while there. We probably went fishing at least once a month, if not several times a month. He taught me everything I know, which is still nowhere near as close to what he knows. He's incredible. He's been fishing literally for decades, and not just decades, but like frequently during those decades. So he's an outstanding fly fisherman. Like me, he got away from the sport, so both of us were really just connecting over fishing, and we went on trips to the White River in Arkansas and places in Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia. He came up to Wisconsin a couple times. We caught some gigantic brown, and did we catch any rainbows? I think it was all brown trout. Maybe a salmon or two. But yeah, he and I bonded a lot over fishing for a couple, it's been a couple decades, almost a couple decades. Damn, we're old. But yeah, in recent years, I got back into paintball. Like I said, I think it was 3 seasons ago, just over 2 years ago. And after me being in it for a year and just kind of telling, dude, you should get back into this. Like, Mech's coming out, 10-man's really growing more popular. Like, a lot of older players are playing, so people like us who are a little slower and not like we used to be, like, we can play, we can compete and have fun. And after about a year of that, he ended up getting his old Matrix back that he had back in the day. Not the black one, but a test mill image one, a super rare body type. He ended up getting it back from the guy that he had sold it to decades prior, getting it fixed up, getting it working. And now he has, his wife isn't watching, she might not know this, but he has over like 10 matrices now. Tons of different custom private label models, tons of parts to put stuff together. Yeah, he's into it. He's back. He's played a tournament or 2 as well, taking his daughter out. He's played quite a few rec days, so he's back, baby. Gway is back in action. So anyway, if you watched that and didn't skip to the paintball stuff, thank you, because I think that's a part of paintball that not a lot of us get to really share with others, is the bonds that we create, and kind of really what makes paintball so special to a lot of us. Is paintball's obviously fun, it's a great sport, but it's really nowhere near the point of addictive until you have the people that make it addictive, the people that give you so much joy and, what's the word I'm looking for? Fulfillment. Like, it's really those connections that you have with people at your field, your teammates. That's honestly the best part of paintball. Actually, that's kind of the reason I started playing paintball again. I literally kept my stuff for 20 years because, like, I am going to play again. I 100%. That's why I still have my Impulse. I had my Ion. I've since sold that one. But I literally kept my paintball stuff for years because I knew I wanted to come back. I never really had the right reason or opportunity, especially after having kids. But fishing, you know, I moved away from Gway, kind of lost my best fishing buddy and other fishing friends. Haven't made a lot of friends since moving, because that's what happens when you move, is you have to completely make new connections. And when you're working or have kids, it's just really hard to actually go out and meet people, much less make strong connections, because you can see them so infrequently. But I was like, man, I don't really like fishing alone. Like, I want to do the things I like with other people. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna go play paintball, because going fishing, I'm not really gonna meet people. It's kind of bad etiquette to stand right next to someone else who's fishing, like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing today? Can I share this hole with you right next to you? And that's not the way fishing goes. Whereas paintball, it puts you right there with other people, other strangers. You are kind of forced to converse, forced to bond a little bit. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna go do paintball again. It's time. And thankfully, sure enough, like, one of the guys I'm meeting today at the field, he's become my, I'd say, best friend in Wisconsin, Zach. We played a few tournaments together, went to World Cup this past November. He's a really cool guy. He just lives in Milwaukee, so he's, again, not close. He also has children, so we can't see each other very often for distance and life stage purposes. So despite not being able to see each other very much, we're thankful for the few times that we can actually get together, have some fun, play some paintball. All right, I'm gonna crank these tunes and finish out the rest of this drive. We got another half hour or so before we get there, so see you there. And escape that magic, bitch. And we're here.
Like 2.7 is almost like a.
So it looks like we're playing the Mid-Atlantic layout.
That's right. Super hot ones are okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's just like, oh.
Wait on there.
Big K.
Less than a minute having this thing out of the bag. Someone's already like, is that an angel? Like, nah, man, that's a matrix.
Everybody, 5 minutes captain meeting. If you haven't walked the field, do it now.
Go there. Do the captain?
Get somebody to.
I'm also James by crossing off the right.
We won our first 2 games. This thing's shooting butter. It's a little inconsistent, but that's what you get with having a brand new regulator. 2 people now have asked me if it's a angel. I'm like, nope, matrix. So we are 1 and 2, 1 and 1, depending on. We've won 1 out of 2 games, lost 1 out of 2 games. The first round, we blew the team out both times, both points. So that's 2 out of 3. And the second time, we got blown out twice. One of the guys, it's his very first tournament, and he's only played once before in his life. Someone convinced him to come out and do this. So kudos to him for having the bravery. But yeah, with me being injured, another guy being his first tournament, we're just having fun today. This is my little food cubby for the day. Just brought some snack bars. I don't get real hungry when I play paintball, so usually just have a few little snack bars and then eat a giant meal afterwards.
Go, go, go!
Old school ions coming on the field. Look at that thing. Mech ion. All that upgrade stuff on it. Don't see one of those every day.
Go, go, go! David, five! Go, go, go! Let's go through. Game starts in 5! Go, go, go! Alpha! He went up to the hotel! Went to the hotel! Back the Alpha!
Great communication by that
Hey, 50!
D-side cam.
50 Brock! Hey, Heavy Dorito! D1, 50 brick! D1, 50 brick!
Clipped.
50 bricks on me!
Interested in having my camera broken by paintballs. I need this thing, so I'm not gonna put it outside the net. Last guy's scrambling, running across the field. Nice trade. Oh, sorry guys. Trying to watch the field and not looking at the camera. Missed it. Just heard our name called. So we're coming up soon. I'm gonna get a nice little wide shot for you guys.
As long as you're confident getting there and shooting.
Beautiful day. Beautiful facility.
Game starts in 5!
Alright guys, one of these guys is my teammate, my friend Zach.
Go, go, go!
Not my teammate today. This guy in the Telfer jersey has been playing aggressive. There you go, Zach. There you go, move up.
They fell. That's a good shot. Mo tests, calling the course.
D50 and break!
Good shit, Sean.
Kill through!
Fuck yeah. This is my buddy coming up the tape line right now. They just lost their, maybe it wasn't their first point of the day, but they won every match. They just played their first match in the semifinals, I think we're in. And they lost the first one. So they still have this point to tie it and then force a third. Let's see what happens.
David, fun! Go, go, go!
Oh, wow. Off the break. That's really good. Boy, Zach is still in. Alright, so we got 6 out of 8 points in the first part of the tournament, the regular part. I don't know, what do you call that? Clearly I'm not an avid competitive player. We made it to the next round, whatever that's called, Ocho Finals, I don't know. And we immediately got eliminated both games by a team that we beat 2 points in the previous round. So whatever, we had a good time. One of the guys playing with me, Eric, it's his first tournament ever, and it's only second time playing paintball. So kudos to him for having the bravery to come out here and play. He held his own, did very well. Definitely learned a lot today, so super excited that I was a part of his first experience playing tournament paintball. I hope he has a long future in it. We also had Isaac, who works at Siege. That was cool. He dominated the D side. He was basically our closer every single game. I was able to make some pretty cool plays considering I'm limping on my fractured foot. I was literally able to get all the way up the snake several games, and I literally dunked on somebody with a sideline audience, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got dunked on." I was like, by a guy on crutches. So that was pretty cool. There was a lot of bunkers on the field, mid-Atlantic layout, so it was actually pretty easy to move around even though I'm limping. But it was a really fun time. Lots of great people, lots of great laughs, very little anger or displays of immaturity. So very good crowd, very chill. It was honestly just a perfect event. Mid-70s, overcast most of the time, so no one was boiling. Although up here in Wisconsin, we're all kind of used to some cooler temperatures, so everyone was a little hot. But who can complain about mid-70s with mostly overcast playing paintball? It's just an awesome day, awesome time, awesome sport. So thank you for joining me in this day with playing with my new toxic DM3. It definitely got a lot of attention too. That was pretty cool. Anyway, we're finishing up the tournament. My buddy's still in it. They got knocked out of a chance at first, but he still has a chance at third. So I'm gonna go watch some of his videos I'm gonna go watch some of his matches. Get him on video maybe. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, guys. These matches are for third place. They've lost the first point.
Go, go, go!
That's a jersey, dude. Man, aggressive all day.
Hey, 56!
Boy's still in.
Hey,
Teammates
Mech on
still
me!
in. Can't tell if the other team has lost a
Hey,
player
watch
yet,
the
so it might be
Ds.
3-on-2.
50 snake! Hey, do you have a pod?
Come on, look left, Zach.
Hey, kill D! Hey, you have a pod? Yep, you don't have any. Hey, arm brick! Arm brick! Arm brick!
Hopper, he's hitting the hopper!